Hello everybody. Today I wanted to talk about the difference between graphic novels, comic books, and manga. So, I really like art, and I've been getting into, just over the past few months, just graphic novels because of the art, and some manga because of the art, and some comic books because of the art. So just wanted to show the difference between them. So first, talk about comic books. They are much shorter than graphic novels. So you can see here, just a little bit. They're about, oh, doesn't show the page numbers. But as you can see, pretty thin. Whereas a graphic novel usually is a little bit thicker. So like that. Difference between comic books and graphic novels is that comic books will go on for a series, and graphic novels, the story will be completed in one book, maybe two. So here are some of my comic books. Got some from Comic Cons that I went to. So I have a Spider-Man one. What I like is that you'll start noticing the same artists and stuff, so that was kind of neat. So I have a Spider-Man one. These are the ones that you usually think of when you think of like Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. I have a Star Wars one. So definitely like that. Doctor Who one. No, I haven't taken this one out. I don't know why, but just haven't. And here's another Secret Origins comic book. Some of the more popular companies that put out comic books, like DC, Marvel. There's some other ones that are pretty good. I forget their names right now. But yeah, so you'll see, just as far as size, that's one of the biggest differences between them. Graphic novels. I have several that I'll show you. So the first one is Pride and Prejudice. I believe one of the artists that did this, I forget which one, also did some artwork for one of the superhero comic books. But this was also put on by Marvel. So this is just one book, it's not a series, and it goes through the story of Pride and Prejudice, since it's one of my favorite stories. That's why I had to get it. So it's the same kind of format, with the bubble conversation, and then the little tag for the talking, or for the narration. So there's one. Another one that came out, I haven't read it yet, but I really want to, is Nerves and Wires by Marissa Mayer. This is part of her just Lunar Chronicles universe, and it's book one. I think it's like 2 or 3 books at least. So it kind of follows the story of all the characters that we got to know during the Lunar Chronicles series. So it's pretty thick. But it goes through the story of Aiko and just her adventures and stopping some of the werewolves and stuff that happened. So I need to get reading on this. Another one that I've read recently is Nimona. So as you can see, it's pretty thick. Some of the graphics. This is a story about Nimona. She becomes an apprentice for Lord Blackheart, and he's like a supervillain, and they go on and try to do some of their try to take down some people. So it was a fun read. So Nimona. And then another graphic novel, which is kind of like the like the comic books, because it's Superman, but it's a whole, for lack of a better phrase, a whole story arc just in this, and it's a story of Superman. This is one is about, it's by Kurt Busiek and Stuart Immonen, and this is a story about a boy. His parents name him Clark Kent, and he always gets teased like, haha, you're Clark Kent, are you strong? And then one day when he's a teenager, he finds out he is strong, and he can fly, and he can do all the stuff that Superman can, and he's like, oh, well, maybe being named Clark Kent isn't bad after all. So then this is just a story of him, and kind of like, it focuses on just Clark Kent. So this was a really good one. So again, it's pretty thick. Some of the graphics. So there's that. So as you see, there's a pretty similarities between graphic novels and comic books. Another kind of genre of this is manga, which is kind of the graphic novels from Japan. I've been kind of getting into these recently. My brother sent me a couple of the actual Japanese ones. So one, the series called Emma, and you actually read these stories backwards. So this is the front, and then you start from this side with manga, but it's basically the same thing. You have drawings, word bubbles, and the art for manga is kind of distinctive. So that's one way that you can kind of tell. Again, here's another Sherlock one. You start from the back, and then you go this way to read. So there's that. They do translate some of these manga into English, and I have a couple of those. There was one of Beauty and the Beast, but again, you read it this way. This is for Belle. You can kind of see it is in English, but the drawings are distinctive. There's that. So I really like that one. And then here's another one. I haven't read it yet, but it's pretty popular. It's called Toradora. I just got this one from Barnes & Noble not too long ago. It's a story of these two high schoolers. They butt heads. They don't like each other, but then they fall in love. So kind of seems like a Pride and Prejudice one. So I kind of liked it. Again, start on this side, and then you read this way. Here's some graphics. So yeah, so here's a couple of the manga. The manga ones, they're fairly small. So anyway, those were manga, graphic novels, and comic books. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little spiel on that. I really like art. Which are some of your favorite graphic novels and manga and comic books? Let me know in the comments below, because I would like to check those out. Especially, and also what artists you like, if you like any. Anyway, hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.